right, Chummers, welcome to another episode of Crit Squad on Shortwave Radio. Last time on Crit Squad, this happened.
So, all of you know, you're going to be meeting my ex-wife.
What?
Oh,
Wait, someone
it's
married?
What?
It's not hard to believe you're divorced, John.
John, what happened to that one? He says, gesturing at Milligram.
I don't know. He just showed up like that. I assume blunt trauma, brain damage of some kind.
Wait, can you fix that?
Well, depending, I can take a little bit of his brain and grow him a new frontal cortex or rear lobe or, whatever parts need to be repaired. Anyway, I'll be able to take all this cyberware out of him, turn around, sell it, and if you guys come back in 5 days, your friend's new brain matter should be grown. I can give you $10,000 cash or $50,000 in cybernetics. For each of you, you can choose. I'm willing to install if you guys want any upgrades at all.
Wait, is that per person?
Per person, yes. You've done a great service in helping me.
Oh, I'm taking
Holy
cybernetics.
shit.
So you guys just left Artery's little bunker. Each one of you, except for Mr. Galt, with an extra 10,000 pounds. And you're just pulling up outside Saiors's house in your automated car. It's dark out now. The sun's just set. It's still a little bit dusky. Of course, it's raining because we're in London.
Can we get Ty this time?
Ugh, I guess. There's a good place around the corner, if I recall.
Yeah, so you guys enter Saiors's apartment. She's in there reading AR magazine. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Hello.
We're back. How was work?
It was all right. How was work?
We brought kittens.
We did bring kittens. I got you a surprise.
Oh, no.
It's a long story. Most of the details you should not actually know about. But we got kittens. We couldn't find Jake Catsby, but there are a bunch more.
Millie goes and sits next to Saiorse on the couch or table, wherever she is, with the box of kittens.
John, what am I going to do with all these?
Well, pick your...
How many are there in here? She opens up the box.
I think there were 8. There's a 9th in Baldy's pocket.
Baldy kind of strokes the little head that pokes out of her pocket with her fingers.
Gosh, I don't want 8 kittens. I
Well-
wanted you to get Jay Catsby back.
Well, he's gone. That's the cat he's gone.
Millie starts taking kittens and putting them on Saiors's lap, like one
No,
kitten at a time.
Okay.
It's best maybe to just let it happen and then deal with the aftermath. That's what I do.
What I'm saying is just pick your favorite cat, and then, we'll donate the rest of them to, like, a school or, I don't know.
What is a school going to do with kittens?
What is anyone going to do with kittens?
That's a fair point.
I didn't want kittens. I wanted my cat back.
Well,
Just get him out of here before you leave.
all right.
Okay, I don't have the time to deal with this right now.
Just as long as they don't get thrown back into the streets.
Well,
We can't do that to them. They're kittens. They'll die.
yes. Shit.
Kittens do well on street.
Just post like a Craigslist ad or something.
All
yes, that.
All right, yeah. Let's. I'll take care of posting the Craigslist ad. John Galt smiles wryly to himself.
Saiorsse, do you have any wine or whiskey or drugs?
I have some vodka.
Perfect.
When did you start doing drugs?
I think it was last week. I think it was when I was covered in my friend's blood and guts is when I started doing drugs.
Yeah, that's
So,
when
like,
we all started
yesterday?
doing drugs.
God, you guys are junkies.
It was like 4 days ago. I've had time to cope and also want more drugs. But vodka would be great. Drinks, everyone? Drinks for everyone?
You're all going to rehab. I can't deal with you guys on drugs.
Sasha totters off to the kitchen and starts helping himself. You hear occasional "Nyeh" as he tries to reach things in the cabinets.
There's a step stool under the counter.
Fuck you!
All right, so you guys have a week off before Milligram's brain is regrown, and Artie's going to get the shipments of whatever you're ordering from your cybernetics catalog. So what's everyone going to do with their week off? Let's start with Baldy.
Baldy is going to practice her throwing now that she knows her new fancy ability. So she's going to just take, I don't know, just a random, make a shitty kind of target out of cardboard and put it kind of in the back behind Saiorse's building. Then I'm just going to take my bag of stuff, my office supplies that I ordered from the car, and just throw everything I have at this target and see how good I can throw them.
All right, yeah. So you're tossing out ballpoint pens, paper clips. Paper clips bounce a little bit, though they're denting the concrete behind the cardboard. But once you sharpen them to a point, they stick in there pretty nicely. Same with the pen, sticking into the concrete past the cardboard.
Nice. So, intermittently in the daytime, there's just random kind of brief lights that go off as I'm throwing things, because my tattoos glow every time I throw something, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
John Galt takes note of this.
I also wanted to practice I took the skill gymnastics, and I wanted to kind of practice that to get better at dodging and moving out of the way of things.
Yeah, so you go down to the gym, and there's a little bit of, the apartment gym. There's a little bit of room to kind of practice some gymnastics maneuvers, exercise balls, that sort of thing. You find this comes very naturally to you. You can stand on one foot on top of one of those exercise balls and maintain that pose for a couple of minutes.
Oh, cool.
So this is when we find out Baldy has 5 ranks in gymnastics.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Sweet.
And so it's about that time John Galt and Milligram walk into the gym as you're holding a pose.
Oh, that's... Bravo. That's very impressive, except for he's patting his chest because he only has one hand. I just remembered that. Oh no, it's into his mannequin palm.
Milligram picks up 2 dumbbells and starts lifting them, and then points at one of them for Galt.
Oh, all right. And he picks it up. 1.
What's your strength score?
My strength is 3.
So your average strength. You can do a few reps at least.
Oh, he's just fucking lazy.
Okay. Fair.
he's working his way back up into oh, well, I've been in a prison for a year, you see. I'm normally better than this. Yeah, this feels normal and natural and like a thing that I've ever done in my life ever.
Millie starts copying you. He puts down a barbell, and now he's only doing one arm aggressively.
Oh, no, just you were doing just fine, friend. You can do both. I can't because of on account of he looks down at his prosthetic mannequin arm.
On account of disability?
Yes, disability. That word has more syllables than I thought you'd know. Milligram, I saw you punching remember that time that you punched the ghost? Do you remember that time?
I do not recall punching Ghost.
Okay, let's restructure this thought. You fight. You can punch stuff, right?
I fight Ghost.
Okay, so could you teach me how to punch things? Not necessarily ghosts, but teach me some let's say unarmed combat.
Millie tackles you to the floor.
Okay.
Grab close to fist to body. Grab my body.
John Galt is hyperventilating right now because he is trapped underneath you and he's trembling and nervous because this is also something that is completely
Millie starts punching you what feels like softly.
And then he swings his mannequin, just levels his mannequin arm into your face.
Millie is just a look of shock on his face as he stares down at you.
Baldy is going to suddenly parkour off the wall into Milligram and kind of try and tumble him off of John Galt.
Okay, you can roll your unarmed, which is going to be 8 dice.
1 success.
Success. You managed to grab hold of him, but not quite enough to pull him off yet.
Okay.
Millie disengages his attack, though. Lesson 1 complete.
Good.
I mean, You did better than I actually honestly thought you would do. So
I'm gonna go. I have a call that I have to take. I've a call. A call with sorry, gotta go. And then John Galt immediately just as quickly as possible leaves the room and just leaves the building, just on out.
Millie picks up your prosthetic arm off the floor and looks at you off the door hey, did you want this?
He's already gone.
Galt, you leave the apartment building. You're walking down the street, kind of cooling off a little bit, and you see a familiar little dwarf looking up longingly in a shop window.
Oh, hi. Where's your arm?
I left it at home.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying out a new look. Actually, it's an asymmetrical kind of thing.
Good. Yeah. No, it's
I'm trying
good.
to be honest with the damage that's been. Could you could you tie off the sleeve, please?
Yeah, I think. And so Sasha reaches up and tries to do a neat little napkin fold with it. I want to find out how good a job I do.
Etiquette seems close.
I'm gonna roll etiquette. Oh yeah, okay. Which is intuition plus etiquette?
Charisma plus etiquette.
Charisma plus etiquette. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking great knot. Well, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh no.
The good news is I did not glitch. The bad news is I got 2 successes on tying your shirt arm knot.
2 successes is still average, so you do a decent job.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of a basic bow, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, I think I got it. I'm sorry if it sucks. I have never tied somebody's armhole knot before. Incidentally, speaking of clothing,
John Galt flinches every time you have touched him in the course of that. Actively, uncontrolled flinch.
Okay. Are you good? Are you everything? You need some coffee or some opposite of coffee?
I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, so I went in and talked to that guy, and he laughed at me. But you see that? So yeah, Sasha's looking up the suit that's it's A, not covered in stitched up bullet holes and blood stains, and B, looks like it was probably swankier than his suit ever was, even at its most pristine. And he turns to Galt with puppy dog eyes and is he wouldn't let me try it on. And I know I'll need it tailored, but I don't know. Can you go? Can you talk to him? I want this. I need it to be on my body. I also need them to put my auto injectors in it. So this needs to be a happy thing. I can't just storm in and storm. You know what I mean?
Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do this. I can do you this favor.
Okay, so this is it's the, I forget what it's called. It's an executive style suit. The availability is 12. So
Now, note when you're buying things with the availability rating, that's assuming black market, so there's not tracing things in there like they would normally put in all that stuff. So, John, you walk into the shop.
Yeah, John Galt walks into the shop.
John Galt.
The one and only.
What brings you to my little tailor shop?
Well, I was in this neck of the woods accidentally on purpose. I'm here visiting briefly with a friend of mine. His name is
Jim
Stansel. You know Jim. He believed he was in here earlier.
Yes.
Looking to purchase one of these executive suits that you have in the window. They're quite striking, I must say. I've heard great things about the craftsmanship of your garments here.
While this is happening, Sasha is just staring at the suit on this mannequin.
Now, my friend must have been mistaken when he told me that you laughed at his request to allow him to try this on.
Well, we usually don't make suits for dwarves or trolls, for that matter. They tend to be specialty items.
Fuck you. Excuse me.
My friend has a terrible cold. Now, that does feel a little bit unfair, don't you think? I mean, based on oh shit, I want to roll national politics to see if there's any like civil rights legislation that is like you have to serve all different like subspecies of like whatever.
Roll it.
Cool. 3 successes.
Yeah, it's a equality among metatypes bill that was passed probably about 30 years ago.
Well, you see, according to the Equality Among Metatypes legislation that was passed approximately 30 years ago in this country, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've actually looked any of that up, you know. But you do have to provide service to all types of people. So it's a little bit, I would go so far as to say racist for you not to serve somebody in one of these populations, don't you think?
All right, go ahead and roll negotiations. You get a +3 from your fame, +2 from your politics knowledge, negotiations plus charisma.
7 successes.
Well, if he's a friend of yours, Mr. Galt, I believe we can make an exception.
That would be lovely. Now, as you may know, I had some legal issues in this country that were perhaps over-reported by the BBC. You can't trust all bad journalism. Now, we would be willing to pay full price for this suit and the tailoring of it in exchange for your discretion in not having seen us. You understand. I need to keep a low profile.
Very well.
But I will absolutely let everyone know that your service was nothing short of impeccable. I could shout you out on my blog, is what I'm saying.
Very well. Sir, step back with me.
Oh, thank you for being so polite the first time we met. Sasha steps back with him.
Be nice now, Jim. Be nice. The man's doing you a favor.
I'm smiling. Look at my face.
Smile with your heart and not with your face.
All right, so he takes you back there and he takes a few measurements and he says it'll be ready for you tomorrow evening.
Fantastic. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, thank you.
Anytime.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, dear friend. What's your name again?
Dylan Lawson.
Dylan Lawson. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dylan.
That is a classy-ass name. Incidentally, speaking of identity, I'm laying a lot on you. I need... Sasha stops himself from saying this out loud and leans into Galt. A fake sin. Like, that's not my entire criminal past and is just like a guy.
Oh, so like a fake sin. That's what you're talking about. Not
Yes.
like a real sin, but like a fake one.
Right, like it's not real.
My goodness, this is all blowing my mind, dear friend.
But can you do it, though? Please? Please?
Without actually saying anything to you, I ping both Millie and Baldy and ask if they need fake sins.
Millie texts back a winky face.
Well, that's a yes.
Baldy's gonna text back a thumbs up.
That's 2 yeses. All right, cool. Well, give me 2 seconds. I place a call to Max.
Bishop to E6.
King to A2.
What do you need, Galt?
15,000 credits for 3 fake sins. Best you can get. Actually, if you could do 4 with that, that would also be cool.
With 4? Yeah. I'll see what can be arranged.
A rating 3 and whatever else you can get. Rating 2s preferably.
Do we want all men? Do we want American? Do we want English? Do we want anything else attached to them? Any professions? I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but if you give me a rough area, I can hone in on that.
If we could get, 4 Americans, 3 male, 1 female. I give the approximate ages of all of us. Oh, the metatype data as well for all of the associated people.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I will mail it to you in a couple days. Where are you staying at, by the way?
I drop a pin to our location.
Excellent. I'll have this handled for you.
Thank you. Anyway, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Get me some new stories.
Yes.
As we're walking down the street after that conversation, maybe a couple of blocks of silence, and Sasha goes, "So, Galt,
Yes.
we're gonna die, right?"
There are some who theorize that all of life is just...
That answer is taking way too...
I mean,
I want to go home.
I don't understand necessarily what that concept means. I don't understand what home is. If I'm going to be perfectly brutally honest, that's not... Home is a construct, friend. There's no such thing. Home is the people that you surround yourself with that make you feel safe for the moment. And that's the best that any of us can ever really hope for.
Yeah.
To answer your question, yeah, we're going to die. We're all gonna fucking burn to death.
So everyone's in Saoirse's living room. She hasn't come home yet. It's about 4 in the afternoon. Flipping through what's on the trid. Yeah, Baldy, what are you doing?
Baldy is in the corner. She has a new leather jacket on that looks really kind of sweet. It has epaulets and like zippers on the sleeves and is kind of cropped. It looks really nice. But she's just flipping through like a magazine and kind of seeing what's the gossip in the world.
Millie's on the ground playing with kittens.
Sasha is watching Milligram play with the kittens, and that's it. He's just like looking at his friend, like happy with cats, and he's kind of like smiling to himself a little bit, but there's some sadness there.
Baldy's sitting on a chair and she's flipping through a magazine. She has her cat in her lap and is stroking its head. And she kind of looks over at Millie as he's playing with these kittens. And she goes, "Millie, what would you name this cat that I have? Because I can't think of a name."
John Galt from across the room just interjects, "Cat Stevens."
No.
Millie picks up a kitten and then puts it back in the pile of kittens and says, "You could name it Kittens."
I could. Do you have any other suggestions? More specific suggestions? And she holds her kitten up. It's one of the calico kittens, and it has a black and white collar around its neck.
He pets its head and goes, "Kittens."
Cat Denning.
Baldy pulls the cat, still in her hands, close to her face, and kind of looks at it and tilts her head. She brings its little face close to her nose and goes, "Do you want to be called Kittens?"
Millie nods his head.
Millie's head looms behind the kitten, nodding. The cat just looks at you and slowly blinks.
Baldy's gonna just have a slow smile across her face and pull it to her chest and quietly say to herself, "This is Kittens."
I was gonna say Cat Korak.
Hey, Galt,
What?
shut the fuck up.
John Galt sighs and listlessly lays back into the sofa, watching the trid screen, watching the news, getting caught back up, while also scrolling through his ex-wife's social media profile.
Go ahead and roll a matrix search for me.
7 successes.
All right, with 7 successes, you see she graduated from law school since the time that you split.
Oh, Jesus.
She's on the board for a technomancer rights advocacy group.
Good for her.
And not quite partner, but she's working her way up at her law firm.
That's admirable.
Beyond that, as far as you can see from her social media profile, she's not seeing anyone right now. There seems to be very career focused and driven. Lots of photos of various vacations, going to California, Free State, going to Australia, doing some human rights work in like Southeast Asia.
I compare her schedule to my own personal timeline and just see if she's stalking me based on where I've been recently.
No, it doesn't seem like it. She seems fine without you.
Fuck.
So you close down your windows immediately as she comes in the front door.
Oh, welcome home. There's some soy cream in the fridge. We got some earlier today.
Oh, thanks.
It's your favorite flavor, salted caramel.
Thank you. She goes and she starts up a pot of coffee and sets up her little AR desk.
I go over and pull up a chair just along, at the other side of the desk from her, just opposite her.
What is it?
Oh, I just wanted to spend some time with you. I'm going in for surgery tomorrow, getting a limb and a leg. It's been a while since I've had any kind of surgery like this, and I just want, if this goes bad, because I've seen the shit go bad, I want you to know that I do care about you. And I'm sorry if I'm not always good at showing it, or if I've never been good at showing it. But I do care, and I want you to be happy. And if I'm a dick to you ever, it's because I've wanted you to figure out that I'm just a piece of shit in your life that you can do better than. And that's the only way I know how to communicate that. And I don't know.
John, you have to know that I know this. I mean, I do still care about you, but when we were together, I was a lot younger and I didn't have any direction in my life. And you changed me for the better, but I also realized you're not good for me. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten into law school in the first place. My passions, I was just out riding the wind, seeing, where the world would take me, and you're great for that. But I also saw how toxic it was, at least for me, to be in that environment with the drugs and the partying and the crazy adventures, and that's not something I can sustain. Without you, I wouldn't be where I'm at, but I can't stay with you. I can't maintain this relationship. I want to help you wherever I can, but I know you want to get back together, but I can't do that.
Oh, what? No, I don't want to get back together. I just wanted us to be cool. I was trying for us to, be cool.
Greg?
I'm fine, yeah. I wanted to get back together. But, I would also be fine with us just being friends.
We can just be friends.
Oh.
But I just need that distance.
Yeah, that tracks.
I don't want to get sucked up into your whirlwind again.
You think I'm a natural disaster? That's kind of cool.
Sure.
I mean, I do destroy everything in my path, but that kind of cool, though. And then John Galt launches into, just literally goes down an encyclopedic Wikipedia list of facts about whirlwinds.
Here, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can I finish reading this brief for tonight? I have to do a presentation tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So sorry. I get really caught up when it comes to in the whirlwind discussion.
Yes, I know.
Okay, cool. Good talk. And then he leaves.
When Galt walks back into the living room, Sasha says, "So,
Galt is still toxic.
that's not a very nice thing to say. But you're covered in kittens, and I'm struggling with actually reprimanding you."
He points at Kittens, the cat that is Kittens.
That is what?
The cat is called Kittens.
The
I
cat
don't know if you were there for that. I was still voting for all of the other names that I shouted. I feel like Cat Stevens is a wasted opportunity.
I mean, you have a whole bunch of other kittens. You could name those names.
Oh, we just had someone find a place for them on Craigslist. Someone just finally responded to our ad.
About this point, a raven comes flying in augmented reality. You recognize that this is Max's courier sprites that he uses.
I address the sprite. Well, oh, hello.
delivery for Mr. Galt.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so we have our fake sins, our rating 3-1 for Milligram. It's the name Terry P. Sorensen. Fake sin has you living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Currently an assistant financial manager at a single A Corp. See, our single rating 2-1 is Brittany S. Watkins from Clarksburg, West Virginia. She currently runs a corp-sponsored daycare. And then our other 2 rating 1 fake sins, we have Logan A. Murray from Newark, Pennsylvania. He's a graphic designer. And then we have Jeffrey D. Eastham from Fitchburg, Wisconsin, who is a host designer.
Gather around, friends. I have presents from the internet.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, I shoot you over all of the files. Milligram gets Terry Sorensen. Baldy gets Brittany S. Watkins. And then I send Logan A. Murray to Sasha. And then I take Jeffrey D. Eastham for myself.
What the fuck is a graphic designer?
You don't know what
You just draw shit?
Yeah, it's like a person who draws just terrible things, just things that are easily applicable to any
Who
given
has that job?
people.
Okay, that's fine.
You've-
I'm just gonna do this job from now on since it's so goddamn easy.
I mean,
great.
can you draw though?
No.
You've literally never heard of a graphic designer? Like, that's a pretty basic thing. Have you ever been on, like, any dates ever? You've never dated a graphic designer? I feel like everyone has at one point dated a graphic designer.
Definitely have been on dates. Several of them. I feel like it's not very nice of you to bring that up in the middle of a room full of cats and other people.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I don't even know if I've been on dates or if I'm married or if I have children, so...
Now I'm depressed and lonely.
At exactly what Sasha says, John Galt's eyes bug the fuck out, like get so wide. And for the first time in probably the entirety of this event, he smiles so wickedly wide. He's like, what did you just say?
What?
Say that again.
Say what again?
No, you don't need to say it again. I play it back. I like go into like augmented reality and I just pull up the video and play it back on a loop over and over again of you saying that you've never like I've definitely been on dates. Just John Galt just watches it over and over again like a fucking meme. He's like,
Definitely have been on dates.
it all makes sense now.
Definitely have been on dates.
It all makes sense. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, friend. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night. Fuck you. And Sasha, he doesn't like storm off, but he walks very purposefully towards the guest bedroom.
Make sure to wash your sheets when you're done.
Die in a fire.
So, we all have fake sins, as you can plainly tell.
Yes.
Milligram, you're going to have to... I understand that you don't know what I assume you don't know what financial management is or how you would ever assist in being a financial manager. So let's just pretend that you can't speak. You're a mute. So if anyone asks you questions, just nod, smile. I'll give you some cue cards for, just saying I don't talk and I'm very shy. And you could probably get through most security that way.
Millie goes and finds your arm and hands it back to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen and meta variants of all types, this episode is not over. No, you actually have just finished part 1 of the Crit Squad Year 1 finale. We split this into 2 parts, make it a little easier to distribute, a little easier to listen to. Also, it's freaking long. We're only halfway through. The second half will be coming soon. If it's not already here by the time you hear this, follow us on Twitter at Crit Squad Cast, and we'll let you know as soon as it goes up. Plus, then you'll follow us on Twitter, and you'll get all the other Crit Squad episode updates and contest stuff when we do it, and other announcements that are sure to be coming in the new year. So stay tuned for the second half of the Crit Squad Year 1 finale, Part 2, 14 milligrams, coming up real soon.
quick question. Is kitten's a boy or a girl?
Do you know how to sex a kitten?
Okay. You...
Buy it a drink first.
You'll find out in a year.
Suspense!
2 Long Islands and you're good to go.
Oh, funny.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Shortwave radio. Enjoy yourself.